Welcome to the WatchOut channel. I'm the Haunting Hour 17, passionate about a classic, hinting at a specific time for paranormal activity and content. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Be sure to watch till the end of the video because there are many more paranormal clips waiting for you at the end. Maraming salamat po. The video I will share is from the uploader Slaptam, the video whether they have truth or not. You are the one who will judge what you have seen and what you have been touched by in the videos. Maraming salamat po and scary watching.
Holy moly, it's already December. It's been a big year of ghosts, ghouls, aliens, and time-traveling presidents. So what better way to celebrate the end of the year than recapping some of the scariest videos of 2022? So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, and also, there'll be a part 2 coming next week, so keep an eye out for that. Our first clip of the day was sent to us by Alva Gonzalez. It's some security footage captured at his work. Take a look.
Everything was going smooth and I felt something brush my leg. I don't know what it was. So I felt it right there. I looked down, I put my hand around like, what the hell was that? I moved the pillow and I thought I saw something. And then I'm like, what the hell was that?
Gonzalez said he was busy at work when he thought he felt something brush up against his leg under the tattoo bench.
I don't know what it was. So I felt it right there. I looked down, I put my hand around.
You can see him looking around to see if there's anything there.
And I thought I saw something. And then I'm like, what the hell was that? And I looked around like, did anybody else see that? Then I looked in there, I reached in there, and I saw an actual hand.
However, if you slow it down, you can actually see what appears to be a hand. You can see Gonzalez look through the hole, but there's nothing there. If this footage is genuine, then it's truly a strange one. According to the title of the clip, Gonzalez thinks something paranormal might be afoot here, but just what exactly is going on remains a complete mystery.
And then I'm like, what the hell was that?
Gonzalez later messaged us saying that he contacted the man he had just tattooed prior to this sighting. He explained what had happened, and the man said in private that he had just participated in an 8-day ritual appeasing La Santa Muerte. In Spanish folklore and Mexican neo-paganism, Santa Muerte is seen as the saint of holy death. She's associated with death, healing, and protection, and her cult has been growing in popularity since the early 21st century. La Santa Muerte is usually depicted as a female skeleton dressed in a long robe holding a globe or scythe. She's often associated with colours such as white, red, or black. Devotees of La Santa Muerte believe she can intercede on their behalf with God and other saints, and that she's especially powerful in matters relating to death. So could the 8-day ritual praying to the Saint of Death have something to do with his eerie hand and its sudden disappearance? Whatever the case may be, Gonzalez was so irked by the whole situation, he told the customer to never return to his tattoo parlor ever again.
I moved the pillow and I thought I saw something. And then I'm like, what the hell was that?
These days it seems the best scary footage is often captured on security cameras. This video, uploaded to the Amma Media channel on YouTube, certainly seems to prove that point. Take a look. Judging by the timestamp, the clip was recorded a little after 2 AM. At first, it looks like it shows some sort of creature walking into view. However, after a few seconds, you can see that it's actually a person walking backwards on all fours. The figure shuffles slowly past the camera until it eventually disappears from view. Apparently, another camera was able to catch the figure's movements, this time as it makes its way down an alleyway. Watch. As it approaches the camera, its face comes into view. It's pale and appears to have dark, sunken eyes. While there's little denying that these clips are unnerving, one keen-eyed viewer noticed that the figure in the first video appears to be wearing a dress, while the figure in the second video does not. There's also no timestamp in the second video, making it difficult to prove the two clips were recorded at the same time. Despite this, these videos are sure to creep anyone out that sees them. Imagine checking your security camera in the morning only to see this thing crawling past your window at 2 AM. This next series of clips has left the TikTok community on edge, with some calling it the most genuine haunting they've seen in years. For some time now, user Dude My House is Haunted has suspected something strange is going on in their home. They often hear a disembodied voice that sounds like a woman crying out from somewhere inside their house. Cupboard doors are found open and objects appear in different parts of the house without anyone moving them. Eventually, the activity became a bit too much, so the OP set up a series of cameras around the home to try and catch some evidence of the bizarre happenings. In July 2021, a camera placed in the kitchen catches some unusual movement. Take a look.
That's crazy.
As you can see, the chair begins to move, seemingly all on its own.
That's insane, guys. I don't even know what to think about that. You know, this kind of stuff has never happened to me, as I said, and I don't know what to think.
Then some cabinets open. Then yet more activity is captured. Finally, something seems to move at the rear of the room.
See? And then it moves back into the hallway and sweeps around the corner.
The homeowner says he's been living in the house for over 10 years, and over that time he's heard a lot of strange noises, but chalked it up to an old building creaking and expanding. However, he claims things have become a lot more active in the past year. Here we can see the homeowner seeing a friend off in the front yard after a visit. Take a look at what happens.
Hello?
The OP claims that they both heard a woman saying hello from inside of the house. You can clearly see their reactions, and they even call out to see if there's anyone there.
Hello? Mm-hmm.
In this next sequence, we see the homeowner working in his home office. He says he heard some banging noises coming from the back of the house, so he set up his camera phone to film continuously to see if he could capture the noises on camera. Well, it appears he caught a little more than just noises. Watch.
Okay, I think I just heard something.
A shadow passes by, then we can hear the attic door bang.
Okay, I think I just heard something.
A few weeks later, the OP notifies his followers that he had to leave the house and that he's been staying with his son for quite some time. While away, he received a Ring security camera notification that movement had been detected in his house. He looked at the feed and was shocked to see this. Out of nowhere, the attic door opens by itself. A box falls down. Then the ladder extends downward. In the most recent footage, captured in June 2022, things seem to have escalated. It's the middle of the afternoon when this happens.
What flavor do you want? Terrible. Hey. Yeah. Hey. No.
Watching that again, the chair seems to move all on its own.
Terrible. Hey. Yeah. Hey.
Then a knife flies across the room.
No.
The OP says this was the final straw and they left the house immediately and haven't been back since. According to the Post, they're prepping the house so they can move away permanently. This is an ongoing saga, one we'll continue to keep an eye on. In the meantime, I highly recommend you check out their page as there's loads more clips we weren't able to cover here. As always, I'll put a link in the description box below. This next freaky encounter was featured on the paranormal YouTube channel Paseo Infinito. Not a lot is known about the origins of the clip, but the camera holder appears to be conducting some kind of paranormal investigation. In the background, we can see a chained up cabinet filled with dolls and some other devices on a table. The camera holder's filming the room with a thermal lens. Watch what he captures.
What the hell? What is that? What the f?
Peering out from behind a cabinet, you can see what looks like a child's face.
What the hell? What is that?
When they lower the thermal lens, you can clearly see there's nothing behind the cabinet.
What the f?
The brief clip's been freaking viewers out, with most comments at a loss to explain the eerie sighting. No one seems to know who captured this footage, and I wish the clip was a little longer because it appears to show something genuinely mysterious. If anyone in the comments knows where the clip is originally from, we'd love to hear about it. In the meantime, all we can do is speculate on what this eerie face really could be.
What the f?
In February 2022, something truly bizarre was caught on a security camera in Xicalapan de Juarez, about 20 miles east of Mexico City. The footage was uploaded to YouTube by Mousen TV. Take a look. The camera overlooks an empty lot. 3 stray dogs are spooked by an unknown floating object that hovers about the area. Here's the object through an infrared filter. It looks to be an amorphous blob that drifts through the air. Initially, people thought the footage was edited with CGI. However, the fact that the dogs interact with the object seems to discredit this theory. Some comments speculated whether the object is alien in nature, perhaps a craft of some kind collecting data here on Earth. Of course, there's a possibility it could just be a drone or perhaps a deflated balloon, but the amorphous quality of the object casts some doubt on this theory. It's definitely a strange piece of footage, and as of yet, there's been no official word on what this object really could be. Paranormal investigator Lalo Escalante is dedicated to exploring some of the most notorious locations in Mexico. Whether it's abandoned buildings, sites of urban legend, or cemeteries, more often than not, Lalo Escalante captures some really freaky stuff on camera. In this episode, he's exploring an old graveyard. Many locals believe the property is riddled with tormented spirits, and often report sightings of shadowy figures lurking in the dead of night and objects moving seemingly all on their own. Disembodied screams are also said to be a common occurrence. It isn't long into the exploration before the OP begins hearing things in the distance.
Escucho un grito. Hola. Uy, abrió una reja.
Moments later, as the camera holder's torch begins to flicker, he asks if there's any spirits nearby to make themselves known. That's when this happens.
Si una entidad se quiere manifestar, dame una señal. ¿Alguna entidad se encuentra aquí? ¿Qué pedo?
Watching that again, a nearby tap mysteriously turns itself on, scaring the cat away.
¿Alguna entidad se encuentra aquí? ¿Qué pedo? Se abrió la llave.
He then turns the tap off, but seconds later, it turns itself back on.
Se abrió la llave. Uy. ¿Quién anda ahí? Se abrió la llave. La llave se abrió. ¿Sí la vieron? Ay, Dios mío. Mira. Otra vez de nuevo. ¿De nuevo se abrió?
Later, the uploader explores another part of the cemetery when something eerie is caught on camera. Watch.
¿Quién está aquí? ¿Alguien es...? Vean. Vean cómo el tren se está moviendo. El tren se está moviendo. Vean.
Somehow, the toy appears to move on its own.
Estoy enfocando.
He even checks to see if there's batteries, but there's none there.
¿Quién eres? Vean, por favor, que no estoy desenfocando esto. Se está moviendo el tren. Dios mío de mi vida. Vean. No tiene pilas, vean.
After hearing numerous strange sounds, the explorer is soon confronted by a terrifying sight. Take a look.
Se ve que tiene muchísimos años. ¡Mira! ¡Ay, se vio una mujer! ¡Se vio una mujer!
Here it is again, slowed down. There appears to be the figure of a woman moving to the right. The OP is so freaked out, he begins to recite a prayer in Latin.
Pater noster, quis in ceris, sanctificetur, nomen tu adveniat, regnum tu fiat, voluntatus sicut, in cielo in the terra.
Before long, yet more strange activity is recorded.
Quiero que te presentes. Preséntate. De nuevo.
The candle seems to move by itself.
De nuevo.
The camera holder then decides to go investigate the tap once more, the place where all the eerie activity began in the first place.
No, amigos. Esa llave no se va a abrir, yo creo. Ay, Dios mío. Y ahí están los perros. Ay, Dios mío.
Eventually, the noises and bizarre activity become too much for the explorer, and the video abruptly ends.
Acá se escuchó.
So what do you make of this eerie encounter? Could this old cemetery in Mexico really be haunted? The moving toy, the tap, the strange vanishing woman, it all certainly makes you wonder whether something supernatural is at play here. But ultimately, I'll let you be the judge.
Mira. Ay, se vio una mujer. Se vio una mujer.
This next eerie clip comes from the YouTube channel Breakman. It's a snippet of some footage taken from a security camera overlooking a suburban road. Everything seems fairly normal until this happens. Watching that again, a woman seems to appear out of nowhere from behind the passing car. She stumbles a little, then looks back at the car confused. There are a number of theories surrounding this clip. They range from frightening to otherworldly. Firstly, the more out there theories suggest that she did appear out of nowhere. Some say she's a time traveler, or that we're seeing yet another glitch in the Matrix, a detail that seems to suggest we're living in a simulation. A more grounded yet chilling theory suggests that we're seeing a woman that was abducted, and that she may have managed to escape her captor by jumping out of the boot of the passing car. Let's hope this is indeed a time traveler, because the other theory is just a bit too freaky to think about. The following wild footage was shared to the Instagram account, The UFO God. It's not exactly known where this sighting takes place, but some viewers think it's somewhere in Chile. In the clip, it's clear some hikers are celebrating reaching the summit of a mountain range when they spot something unusual in the distance. Take a look.
Un ovni, un objeto que brilla ya no identificado. Puede que sea el día de la independencia. Hoy día, weón, va a quedar la cagada que se van a enfrentar, weón.
In the valley below, there's a strange orb of glowing light.
Voy a darle todo el aumento por los 126 de...
As the camera zooms in, it becomes apparent that the light is triangular in shape and almost looks like it's pulsing.
Ven a ver, culiao, mira cómo se ve aquí en la pantalla. Es un triángulo, weón, mira.
Whatever it is, it just hovers in the air, shining brightly.
Es un triángulo, weón, mira. Mira, mira.
Some commenters suggested it could just be a window or piece of metal catching the light in the valley below. And given the angle, perhaps it's an optical illusion, making it look like it's hovering in mid-air. Others didn't buy this theory at all. Some said it could be a portal to another dimension or some kind of interstellar alien craft. So what do you think's going on here? Is this just an optical illusion, or are we seeing something a little more mysterious? Watch the clip again and make your own mind up.
Es un triángulo, weón, mira.
This wild sighting was posted to YouTube by Finding UFO. It was captured on live TV by Sky News as they had rolling coverage of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee back in June 2022. As a squadron of jets from the Royal Air Force make a pass over Buckingham Palace, something odd is inadvertently caught on camera. Take a look. An unidentified white orb-like object flies through the air just behind the jets. The object was even captured by one of the jet's onboard surveillance cameras. It's brief, but you can see the ball pass by the red smoke. To get a better look, here's the wide shot again, zoomed in and slowed down. The YouTube channel Finding UFO did some analysis of the footage and noticed another strange object passing by among the clouds. So what's going on here then? It's worth noting that the airspace was closed and closely monitored for the special event, so it's unlikely to be a drone. Plus, the speed at which the object flies is far greater than any drone commercially available. Even stranger, if we watch the footage again, during the shot of the royal family, you can see young Prince Louis point up into the air. Some viewers think it looks like he says, "Look, there's a ball." But others think he just says, "Look, there's smoke," perhaps referring to the colourful smoke coming out of the jets. Despite this puzzling footage going viral, there's been no official word from the British government or military on what this object could be. So for now, unless more info comes to hand, this will have to remain a genuine UFO sighting. These next clips have been going viral on TikTok this past couple of weeks, sparking conspiracy theories that bugs are being artificially produced for nefarious reasons. In this first bit of footage from user AtanHeTop, we can see a man looking at a small insect on his finger. The weird thing is, it looks like the insect's been branded with the number 36. While it could just be a natural marking, it looks uncannily like a distinct man-made typeface. Stranger still, a second clip has emerged that seems to show another insect branded with numbers. This one was uploaded by user Mamirat Wogo. This one is a little harder to see, but there definitely appears to be a similar marking. These bizarre sightings have spurred a number of conspiracy theories that involve cloned bugs, created to intentionally spread certain diseases around the world. So, what do you think's going on here? Is it just pareidolia, or is there something more sinister happening? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Our last clip of the day seems to show something genuinely terrifying. It was sent to the paranormal Facebook page El Mundo DKBZA. This family was out camping when a series of photos were taken to remember the occasion. Everything seemed perfectly normal and the photos didn't show anything strange either, or so they thought. iPhones have a live photo feature that captures a few seconds of footage after a photo is taken. You can then press on a photo and it'll play out a few seconds of movement. It would appear this live photo has captured something chilling. Take a look. Just next to the boy on the left, you can make out a grey, transparent figure crawling on all fours. Whatever it is, it seems to scurry out of view. So far, no one's been able to explain this eerie sighting. Is it a ghost, a cryptid, or something else entirely? Take another look and decide for yourself. We often show clips that purport to show a breakdown in reality, a glitch in the matrix, something that suggests that we could be living in a simulated reality. This next video, uploaded to TikTok by Strangest MP4s, does just that. A passenger on a bus was filming out their window when they inadvertently caught something bizarre happening outside. Take a look. A woman on the side of the road is taking a series of non-stop selfies. But it's the eerie, robotic way in which she does it that's caught the eye of online viewers. Some have said it looks like her animations have glitched, putting her on repeat. This theory implies that we're living in some kind of simulated reality, in which breakdowns can occur in the code, causing bizarre glitches like this. For thousands of years, philosophers have grappled with the idea of reality being an illusion. Chinese, Indian, and even ancient Greek texts discuss the idea that our reality is more akin to a painting, like visions experienced during sleep or periods of madness. A contemporary take on this theory was popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom. Bostrom posits the idea that in the future humans will have access to vast amounts of computing power, enormous networks that are so powerful that our future selves could be running detailed simulations of historical events and timelines. He suggests that the inhabitants of these simulations may harbor their own consciousness, and that the worlds are so finely detailed the people in them wouldn't know the difference. So are we witnessing a breakdown in reality here, or is there another way to explain the woman's bizarre behavior? Let us know your take on this in the comments down below. Kathy Gallinger from Quinte West, Ontario, Canada, claims that her home is haunted. Since her family moved into the house in 2018, they've noticed strange and unexplainable things happening around the property, like objects moving for no reason at all, and even dark human-like shapes that have been seen lurking in rooms. Up until now, it's all been hearsay, but some recent CCTV footage captured in the family's basement seems to suggest that the hauntings could indeed be real. Take a look. Watching that again, the family's pet cat Salem is intently watching a collection of dolls that are resting on a chest. Gallinger says that the dolls belong to her mother and date back to the 1950s. Before long, a strange black mist seems to emanate from one of the dolls. It moves towards the cat, clearly frightening it. It's strange that the cat was watching the dolls in the first place. It's almost as though it sensed something was in the room. Many paranormal investigators believe that animals have a heightened sense for the paranormal, and that they can detect things that we humans simply can't see. When Gallinger first posted the clip to social media, many viewers thought that the black mist had been added in digitally. However, the family themselves say they always try and debunk their own footage, and are adamant that it's not been tampered with in any way. Either way, it doesn't explain the cat's strange reaction. Gallinger got in contact with a psychic regarding this incident. The psychic said that they believe the presence isn't evil in any way, but that it wants to be acknowledged. The psychic believes the energy is connected to a Ouija board incident that occurred in the 1980s that Gallinger may have participated in. So what do you make of this eerie incident then? Is it proof that a spirit really is haunting this family home? Let me know your take on this in the comment section down below.
Have been fucking awful. I'm gonna just update you guys really quickly.
Some time ago, YouTuber and TikToker Jen Barari posted this video in which she shockingly claims to have seen a bald man walking out of the pond next to her house. While recording the clip, she begins to hear some unnerving sounds and decides to explore the house to see where they could be coming from.
Hello?
Although she confirms that she's home alone, what happens next seems to suggest that there may be something else present in the house with her. As she enters the living room, the TikToker points her phone towards the TV screen. Her reflection looks normal at first, but then something strange begins to happen. Take a look.
Jesus Christ. You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging.
As you can see, a dark, shadowy figure seems to peer out from behind the TikToker.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Clearly
Jesus
spooked,
Christ.
she quickly turns around to look behind her, yet there seems to be nothing there.
You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. Like, here's my reflection.
Then she looks back at the TV once more, and the figure is no longer visible.
That's just my hair. Okay. Hold on.
Next, the TikToker walks over to a window in her house. As she begins to show us the area outside where she believes she saw the creepy bald man coming out of a pond, she inadvertently captures something else moving.
Watch this. Guys, I wanted to show you the one, but please tell me you see that. There's something. It looks like the old man is coming out, I swear to God, what is that? Jesus, and there's
It's another shadowy figure, similar to the one we saw earlier in the TV screen. This time it's captured in the reflection of the window.
creepy.
She immediately begins to search the house for the figure. Suddenly, she hears another creepy sound and her cat runs past. It too looks visibly spooked.
Oh my God, Biggs, it's okay. It's okay. Holy
The last thing the TikToker can be heard saying is, "Okay, let's go," just before the footage cuts out.
fuck, honestly. Okay, let's go.
So what do you think's going on in this video? Is this TikToker's house really haunted? Or is there something else going on here? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below.
God, what the is that?
Our first clip of the day was sent to us by user 5007Z. They said they had recently been hearing what sounded like someone running on the roof of their home in Thibodaux, Louisiana over the course of several weeks. They couldn't quite explain what was causing the noise. Then they got a notification from their home security system that movement had been detected. Take a look at what their camera caught. The camera overlooks their neighbour's roof, where you can see a transparent figure run from right to left. The camera tries tracking the movement, but the figure disappears. So could this be the reason for the running sounds on the OP's roof? There's definitely something there, as the camera is activated by motion and it even tries to track it. but just what it is remains a complete mystery. For quite a while now, we've been covering the alleged haunting of Diego Spickers. For over a year, Diego's been claiming that his apartment is occupied by the spirit of a little girl, an entity that appears to have a worrying fascination with Diego's own daughter. Here's a taste of some of the latest sightings happening inside the apartment. Take a look.
Amy?
Watching that again, we can see a hand banging the back of the open door. However, when Diego moves the door, there's nothing there. In this next clip, Diego has set up an experiment to try and catch some more paranormal activity on camera. Watch what happens.
Puse la harina así, esparcí en toda la entrada del apple.
As you can see, finger marks seem to appear in the flour on the floor.
La harina así, esparcí en toda la entrada del apple.
Then, in this final clip, something even more chilling is captured.
Amy.
Breaking this one down, you can see a face of a young girl lingering over the shoulder of Diego's daughter. He runs to take a look, but the figure seems to vanish into thin air. Then his daughter sits eerily on the couch as if in a trance.
Amy.
Naturally, a lot of comments were worried for the safety of Diego's daughter, wondering why the family was still in the apartment after all that's happened. So where do you sit on this? Are we just witnessing some immaculate video editing, or is the family really haunted? Share your thoughts with the rest of the community in the comment section down below.
Amy.
Here's some freaky footage uploaded by TikTok user Archivos del Infierno. It seems to show something mysterious happening near an ambulance. Take a look. Watching that again in slow motion, a misty shape appears to drift out the back of the ambulance. Naturally, commenters were shocked by the footage, with some suggesting it's the soul or spirit of someone who's just died in the back of the ambulance. It's hard to say for certain what's been captured here, but it is definitely a weird piece of footage. Could it really be the spirit of someone who recently passed away? Take another look and decide for yourself. Lalo Escalante is a paranormal YouTube channel based in Mexico. They frequently upload videos of their explorations of abandoned buildings, cemeteries, and other notorious sites rumoured to be haunted. In this episode, the team investigates an abandoned hospital in an undisclosed location. For years, locals have reported strange happenings on the property. They say shadowy figures can be seen in the windows, and debris and other objects have been seen moving, seemingly all on their own. The team cautiously enters the building. Soon they hear strange banging sounds coming from all directions. As they enter one of the rooms, they spot a red substance dripping down the walls. Right as some mysterious activity begins.
La sangre, güey. Güey, la sangre sigue tirando, güey. ¡Oh! Los encerraron.
Moments later, in the hallway, something strange happens with the lights.
No mames, ¿qué fue eso? Güey. No mames, eso está tan alto, güey.
Shortly after, they spot something moving down the end of the hallway. Looks like a person hunched over. The team sprints after the figure, but they find no trace of them whatsoever. They only find a small room with nowhere to hide.
No hay nada, güey. Había un segundo alguien aquí, güey. No hay nada. A ver.
A few minutes later, the lights on the roof move once again.
Vete, mames, güey. Ve arriba, 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 arriba. Arriba. ¿Qué quieres?
Explorers continue to search the property.
Se asomó alguien ahí, güey.
By the looks of it, the hospital hasn't been abandoned for all that long.
¿Qué pedo, güey?
Then, down the end of another hallway, they spot the figure once more.
Hola.
Again, it seems to vanish into thin air.
La primera, güey. Cerró la puerta. Es la primera, güey. Abre, pinche loca. ¿Está cerrada?
The mysterious activity continues as the team enters the hospital's old chapel.
No quiere que entremos.
While in the chapel, more strange things happen. Watching that again, the chair slides across the floor, seemingly unaided. The camera holder then kicks the chair and there doesn't appear to be string or wire attached to it. Minutes later, the figure appears again. And once more, it seems to vanish before their very eyes. So what's to be made of this freaky exploration? Many commenters praise the team for their bravery, noting that a lot of other paranormal investigators tend to run away when activity finally happens. But this team stands firm and continues to investigate, oftentimes running after whatever it is they spot. So maybe the rumours are true after all. Maybe this old hospital is haunted by the spirits of its former patients.
Again, it's got some new fish. Pretty big tank as well.
Our first strange clip of the day comes from Reddit user Get the Base. The OP was making a video for Instagram when they seem to have inadvertently caught something eerie on camera. Take a look.
A black one, and if you guys have any suggestions for names that... What the What the
As they record their fish, a hand can be seen on the other side of the glass.
A black one, and if you guys have any suggestions for names that... What the
The camera holder quickly looks around the corner, but there's no one there. Once the clip hit Reddit, viewers began to notice another creepy detail. At the 33-second mark, a shadow passes by the door. The OP says they didn't notice the shadow until people started to point it out. Their initial fear was that an intruder was in the house. However, they claim they didn't hear any footsteps or other noises that might suggest someone was lurking nearby. Their wife and children were away and they were supposed to be the only ones home. So what do you think's going on here? Was someone creeping around the house without the OP knowing? Or are we witnessing something a little more mysterious? Let me know where you land on this in the comments down below.
What the What the
Oh.
Our last clip of the day was sent to us by Reddit user Canadian Queen Bee. The OP says that she moved into a set of new condos a few years ago. The complex was brand new and there were no previous owners. However, shortly after moving in, things began to turn a little strange. One night after the OP put her children to bed, she noticed a dark figure slip into her bedroom. It stood at the end of her bed, then disappeared. Following this eerie encounter, things began to escalate. Lights began flicking on and off throughout the night, chairs would slide across the room without reason, and a heavy, uncomfortable presence could be felt throughout the entire home. Sometime later, the OP was picking up some toys in her living room when her phone inadvertently began filming. Take a look at what it captured. Watching that again, a dark shadow moves from left to right. Then if you listen closely, it sounds like her daughter says, "Who was that?" Freaked out by the incident, the uploader decided to contact a psychic. The medium told the homeowner that they were dealing with a poltergeist and that it was attached to her and not the home itself. They then went on to say that it was the spirit of a friend of theirs who had sadly drowned a year prior. The medium said they were just trying to make contact. The OP mentioned that a lot of the details the psychic said were spot on, making them believe that what they were saying was the real deal. Despite this information, the homeowner believes there could also be a second presence inside of the home. They claim there's also a male energy that lingers in the house, one that isn't friendly at all. It feels dark and uncomfortable, the homeowner said. In fact, a neighbour said that they were moving out of the apartment complex because they believed their condo was haunted too. They said there was a dark male entity inside of their house that was becoming too hard to ignore. While the story itself is creepy enough, when you pair it with the phone's footage of the strange shadowy figure, it certainly does make you wonder whether something paranormal could really be happening here. While cameras sometimes catch some pretty unnerving things, most who review their footage are not likely looking out for the paranormal. However, this first clip on our list might just persuade a few to observe a little closer. In the home security footage submitted by Kimberly Carlisle, we can see two parked cars near a house. It's dark outside and there are a few insects flying around the light of the camera. Take a look at what happens next. Out of nowhere, two misty shapes seem to materialize. They move from left to right before disappearing without a trace. If you take a good look at the shape at the top, you can see that it resembles a ghostly person. In fact, one viewer noted that it looked like a woman holding her dress. If you slow the footage down, the resemblance becomes even clearer. It also appears as though the woman has her hair tied up in a bun. She looks like someone from a bygone era. While this could simply be a case of pareidolia, the sudden appearance and disappearance of the shape is certainly mysterious. So what do you think this camera has captured then? Could it be a fleeting glimpse of a ghost? Or is there another way to explain what we're seeing here? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. The YouTube channel Fourth Wall has been documenting an unsettling paranormal case that's taking place in Japan. A man by the name of Meguro believes that his apartment is haunted by a number of different entities. He's experienced an unsettling energy within his home, as objects have been seen moving on their own and even strange shadow-like figures have been seen lingering throughout the property. The alleged haunting became so prevalent that Meguro set up a series of cameras around his apartment to help document what was happening. In this footage, captured in February 2022, we can see some bizarre activity happening in the bathroom. Watch. Objects move, the cabinet door opens, and something seems to appear inside of the shower. Then, in early March, something even eerier was caught on camera. Meguro is a smoker, so he uses his spare room to smoke in rather than outside on the balcony where it may bother his neighbours. Take a look at what unfolds as he moves around his house. Watching that again, as he moves about the house, a shadowy figure seems to be following him. It can only be seen briefly as the lights turn off before the camera's night vision kicks in. Here it is slowed down and brightened up. There's clearly a human form lurking in both rooms as Meguro walks around the house. However, it just disappears into thin air as the lights switch. Now, things get even stranger when Meguro begins to hear noises at his front door on numerous occasions in the middle of the night. Take a look at what his security camera captured. A man just walks up to the door and attempts to get in. He then slaps his hand on the door over and over, almost as if he's in a trance of some kind. This happens over the course of several nights, usually after 2 AM. Meguro says that he doesn't recognize the man at all and is unsure why he keeps coming to his front door in the middle of the night. Eerily, Meguro notes that the knocking on the front door sounds almost identical to other noises he's heard previously around his home. The interval and rhythm is the same. Viewers were quick to suggest that the man at the front door may be possessed by the presence that seems to be lurking inside of Meguro's home. They note that it's almost like he's been called to the property and is demanding to be let in. This is definitely a freaky set of circumstances. The moving objects, the shadowy figure, and now the man at the front door. It all adds to the haunting mystery that's unfolding inside of Meguro's home. But what does it all mean? At this stage, no one knows for certain, and for now, all we can do is wait for more terrifying things to happen. Perhaps a clue will present itself that can help explain what's really going on here.
Today I'm putting some rear LED lights on my Nissan Xterra.
The following series of videos were posted to TikTok by a user named MrFender76. Their account isn't known for scary videos, but rather car maintenance tips as well as general life moments with family and friends. In this clip, the TikToker installs some new LED reverse lights on his recently purchased Nissan.
One light. The lights are installed. I'm gonna take them back out and paint the bumper. And here they are, fully installed, ready to light up the night.
In the next video, he drives out into the wilderness to test the brightness of the new lights. However, as he does, he inadvertently captures something genuinely terrifying. Take a look and see if you can spot anything strange.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these...
At first, it can be quite hard to notice, but if you focus on the tree in the center of frame, you can see a pale arm slowly retract into the darkness. Here it is again, zoomed in and slowed down. In another video, the TikToker returns to the same spot where the arm was previously seen, except this time it's during the day.
This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it.
He searches the area just to confirm there isn't anyone still lurking there, and sure enough, he finds nothing.
And this is the tree.
Understandably, this series of videos have creeped out many who have viewed them, and it seems as if nobody can come up with a concrete explanation for the bizarre sighting. Based on the arm's appearance, some think it might actually belong to some sort of humanoid creature. However, even if it was just the arm of a human, it's still a very creepy piece of footage. What would a person be doing in the woods in the middle of the night? And why do they slowly retract their hand as the TikToker turns the light on? Were they perhaps up to something sinister? Whatever the case may be, it seems likely that this sighting will make this TikToker think twice about returning to the same location alone in the middle of the night. A video on TikTok purports to show a UFO flying out of the moon. This clip, which was uploaded by user Britmo77, has been leaving viewers dumbfounded as they struggle to explain the sighting at all. Take a look at what's been caught on film.
Oh my god. What did I just video? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh, what was that?
As you can see, an unidentified object flies past the moon.
Oh my god.
As it passes the edge of the moon, you can see a strange expulsion of material.
Oh my god. What did I just video? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that?
As of writing this, the original clip has racked up over 10 million views, with thousands of comments pouring in trying to make sense of the bizarre sighting. Theories range from satellites to aliens to space junk, and even Superman was suggested. One person said it could be an extraterrestrial craft skimming the surface of the moon, then taking off, causing the large plume of exhaust.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that?
The most grounded theory suggests it could just be a plane flying by, and that the lighting from the moon catches the plane's exhaust, forming an illusion of light on the outer rim.
Oh my god. What did I just video? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Strangely, several other viewers confirmed that they too had seen something similar around the same time of this sighting. The footage has been so divisive that the OP created a follow-up video asking everyone to be nice to one another regardless of their opinions.
I really didn't mean to cause so much division. A lot of people are commenting and they're just kind of arguing amongst themselves. We don't have to fight. We don't know what it is. I think the common consensus is that it's an airplane. Okay, it's probably an airplane. The video is still super cool nonetheless. Doesn't really matter what it is.
In fact, the OP copped so much abuse from people saying that she had faked the footage, she decided to create a tongue-in-cheek explanation video admitting how she faked the footage. Take a look.
Oh my god. What did I just video? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Ultimately, the truth is, no one knows for certain what's been captured in the original footage. So, unless more evidence comes to hand, this bizarre sighting will have to remain a mystery.
Oh my god. What did I just video? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Our last clip's been floating around social media quite a lot in the last few months. This version was uploaded to Instagram by Paranoid Normal. The clip begins with a person exploring a ruined bus that's been left to the elements. That's when they spot something rather chilling. Take a look. Watching that again, a young girl can be seen peering through a dirty window of the bus. But when the OP looks inside, there's nothing there. Naturally, a lot of comments poured in trying to make sense of this eerie sighting. Some people suggested that something bad may have happened on this bus, or that someone died in an accident tethering their spirit to the area. As is so often the case with alleged ghost sightings like this, there's never any solid info attached to the clip. We don't know where or when this was captured, so it makes it difficult to investigate any further. So for now, unless more info comes to hand, this freaky sighting will have to remain a mystery. Our first piece of bizarre footage was captured by Jack G and sent to the YouTube channel UK Dash Cameras. It's mid-afternoon on the 20th of October 2019 when this car's dash cam captures something mysterious on film. Take a look at what happens. Watching that again, the Mini seems to appear out of nowhere. Even if you watch it in slow motion, there's no evidence of the Mini at all. While this could be a trick of perspective, the weird thing is, you'd think the silver car on the left would have seen the Mini before the accident. It looks like the silver car wants to turn left and continue down the slip lane, but they take no evasive action whatsoever. It's as though the Mini just appeared out of thin air for the driver of the silver car as well. So what's to be made of this peculiar piece of footage? Naturally, a lot of viewers said it was an example of teleportation or even time travel. But what do you think? Let us know your take on this in the comments down below. This one was submitted to our Slaptam subreddit, but its true origins are unknown. It's believed to be some security footage captured on a farm somewhere in Peru. Take a look at what the cameras have captured. Watching that again, what at first looks like a person sitting cross-legged in a field quickly becomes something a whole lot stranger. The person stands up and appears to change into a funnel of black mist. It then appears to look down the well right as another strange black orb flies off to the left. While it's possible the low compression rate of the security camera could be causing the person to distort, there is something about the way they peer into the well that seems wholly unsettling. Whatever it is, it looks to slink about, and it even has glowing eyes at the very beginning of the clip. Unfortunately, that's all we know about this clip. It's lacking any solid information, so it's impossible to dig deeper into the sighting. So, unless more info comes to hand, this unsettling sighting will have to remain a mystery. A little while back, we featured a video from Redditor Witwire101 that appeared to show 3 UFOs joining in formation. Well, it seems that Facebook user Kashjar Tabor might have caught something similar along State Route 347 in central Arizona. Take a look. In a series of 3 short videos, we see the objects illuminated against the dark night sky. At one point, the lead object seems to move away from the other 2, before rejoining the tight triangular pattern. However, one keen-eyed viewer noted that the objects might not be moving at all. They think it could be a trick of perspective created by the car as it slowly changes direction. Even if this is the case, the 3 strange, unknown hovering lights in the sky are still very mysterious. So are these objects something similar to those seen in the previous video? Or is there another way to explain these strange hovering lights? Until an answer comes to hand, this will have to remain a genuine UFO sighting. In October 2022, Redditor Phantom881999 posted some bizarre CCTV footage that was captured outside of his dad's workplace. The footage shows a night vision view of a small deserted roadway. It's a little before midnight when something horrible comes into view. Watch. Although distorted, it looks to be 2 transparent figures hobbling along the road. The one in the back walks more upright, while the figure in the foreground is hunched over and almost looks to be walking on all 4s. Both shapes are largely transparent, so you can't make any definite features, yet some Redditors have suggested that it reminds them of a demon walking next to a vicious hellhound. Here it is again in slow motion. Other viewers are a bit more skeptical. They think it could just be a normal person smoking a cigarette, which would explain the glowing near the top of the shape, and that they're out walking their very normal dog. However, the strange appearance of the shapes makes others less certain that this video could be showing anything so mundane. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this very strange piece of footage. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Our last clip of the day is truly bizarre. It was uploaded to Twitter by user Hustus Michael. Take a look. The clip seems to have been captured in an unknown part of Russia. The camera holder shows a tree that appears to have been thrust right through the middle of a car. We can see it from the bottom and top, and both angles show that the car's been impaled by the tree. Judging by the urgency of those nearby and the camera holder himself, it's as though this incident is fresh, and that the car has only just become stuck on the tree. Stranger still, the tree's protruding through the driver's side of the car, yet the owner of the vehicle doesn't seem to be around. It's almost as though the car fell from the air and got skewered by the tree. But at one point we see the top of the tree and its foliage is completely intact, indicating the car didn't fall from somewhere higher up, like perhaps an adjacent building, as some viewers suggested. So how does one explain this bizarre incident? So far, no one's been able to come up with a plausible explanation as to how the tree managed to impale the car like this. Very keen to hear your theories on this one. Let me know in the comments down below. A clip on TikTok's been going viral this week, with many calling it evidence that kids can see ghosts. The home security footage, which was shared by user RosieB2326, appears to show a child interacting with something we can't see. Take a look. Watching that again, it looks like the container is grabbed by an unseen force. Then later, it looks like her lunchbox is grabbed as well. Throughout the clip, the young girl chats to something we can't see. The striking footage has opened up a dialogue of whether or not children can actually see ghosts. Some paranormal experts believe that children can see ghosts because they're more in tune with the spirit realm. This means that they're able to pick up on energy and vibrations that adults can't. One theory is that children's minds are not yet fully developed, so they're able to process information in a different way than adults. This allows them to see things that adults would normally filter out. Another theory is that children's imaginations are more active, which makes them more open to seeing ghosts and spirits. However, a counter-argument is that it's nothing more than an overactive imagination, and that they're just playing around and not actually seeing anything at all. Whatever the reason, there are many stories of children encountering ghosts and spirits. And while some adults may be skeptical, there's no doubt that footage like this certainly does make you wonder whether children are capable of sensing the supernatural. This next series of clips come from a wild story that's playing out on TikTok. In April 2022, TikTok user Andrew Dawson was driving in a remote area of British Columbia in Canada when they spotted something unusual. Take a look.
What is it?
On top of the snow-covered mountain in the distance, there appears to be a very large bipedal figure.
No, seriously, pull over, pull over. There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, have you seen what I've seen right now?
Considering the distance, whatever's standing on the mountaintop would have to be enormous. The sighting prompted viewers to call this figure a giant. Some said it could even be a Sasquatch. For decades, Sasquatch sightings have been prolific in the Pacific Northwest region of North America. The first recorded Sasquatch sighting in British Columbia was in 1884, when a group of prospectors claimed to have seen the creature near Yale. Over the years, more and more sightings were reported in the region, forming much of the Bigfoot lore that we know today. One of the most famous Sasquatch sightings occurred in 1941, when the Chapman family saw a bizarre bipedal creature near Ruby Creek. At first, they thought it was just a bear, but it soon became apparent that what they saw was something else entirely. The mother of the family, Jeannie Chapman, described the creature as a huge, hair-covered man that stood more than 8 feet tall. The beast had a broad chest and long arms, a small head with a thick, strong-looking neck. Jeannie's description does closely resemble the figure seen in Dawson's mountaintop footage.
No, seriously, pull over, pull over. There's a person standing there. No, it's not! Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now...
To prove that there's nothing normally on the mountain, Dawson went back to film some more footage. Here you can clearly see there's no tree or structure that might resemble a giant person standing on the mountain. In fact, there's nothing there at all.
And it's not even there anymore, too. That's where it was yesterday. I spoke to some locals and it comes and goes apparently, I don't know.
Things take a turn for the strange when Dawson explains that he tried driving up the mountain to investigate the area. Take a listen.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area, like a public park or whatever. Some local told me to take this path. I don't get it. It was awkward, but I'm going back again tomorrow to see if he's not there. But if he is there, I will keep a camera. I will film.
Several days later, Dawson spots this in the sky near where the giant figure was seen. A strange, unidentified light is hovering in the air. The plot thickens when several days later, Dawson sees several large extraction helicopters hovering over the woods.
So they're extracting something out of here. There's 2 helicopters. What the f***?
Spurred on by these strange set of events, Dawson waits till nightfall to drive up the mountain. When this happens,
This is what's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
Okay.
a government official turns Dawson around, telling him he can't proceed. The officer sounds quite rude and doesn't give an explanation as to why the road is closed.
What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
Okay.
A few days after this incident, Dawson uploaded a video claiming there was a surveillance team just outside of his home.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
Now here's where things take a turn into conspiracy town. Dawson promptly uploaded an update telling viewers that the whole thing had been staged and that it was just a bit of fun for TikTok.
Now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I post, all the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
However, viewers noted Dawson's uneasy body language and that he keeps glancing off camera as though he's being forced by someone.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I post, all the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
Then, at the time of writing this, a quick update was posted to the channel. Take a look.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
Dawson claims he may not be able to post ever again and that the videos weren't staged. This is one of the last videos that's been posted to the channel and viewers aren't sure what's going on. Some say it's getting a little heavy-handed and over the top and claim it has to be a hoax. But the vast majority of people who have seen this series of clips think it's just the tip of the iceberg and that it's beginning to expose a much larger government cover-up.
No, seriously, pull over. There's a person standing there.
No, it's not!
Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now...
So what do you think's going on here? Giants, Bigfoot, UFOs and government agents? It's certainly an interesting story, but is it really true? Let me know where you land on all this in the comments section down below. Our last eerie clip of the day was uploaded to Facebook by user Sarah Marie. The OP noticed a strange-looking shadow in a house in their neighbourhood, so they decided to knock on the door to do a welfare check. Take a look at what happens.
Now recording? Yes!
Watching that again, you can see the person going to knock on the door, right as a shadow zips past the front door multiple times. The camera holder says that there's no one in the house, but they can't explain the strange shadow flying back and forth.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all. Nobody. I didn't know they could be that visible now.
This shit can't be real.
That's what I was saying.
Upon review, the shadow seems to be moving back and forth far too quickly for a normal person to be running around the house. Plus, the person that goes to knock on the door looks genuinely shocked when they see the shadow move up close. The uploader notes that just inside the door there's actually a wall to the right hand side, which would make it impossible for someone to run back and forth like we see here.
Now recording?
Towards the end of the clip, we also see the dogs start barking, almost as though they sense something's not quite right. Naturally, this odd sighting has gone viral on Facebook, with hundreds of people chiming in the comments section trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. Some jokingly said it could be that McAllister kid from the Home Alone movies, and that someone set up a cardboard cutout to fly past the window to scare away burglars. While a lot of people found this theory amusing, they couldn't get past just how eerie and fast the shadow is actually moving, suggesting that something paranormal is happening here. One commenter, who claims to be a psychic, said they get a male energy from this sighting, and that a 23-year-old boy named Denarius passed away in the home. However, this information is yet to be verified. So what do you make of this freaky encounter? What could be casting such a fast-moving shadow inside of the home? I'd love to hear your take on this in the comments down below.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all. Nobody.
Well, that's the end of part 1. Remember, part 2's dropping next week, but if you can't get enough of the scary content, why not watch the scariest videos of 2021? You can do so by clicking that link right there. Now in the comments down below, let us know what you thought was the scariest video of the year. We'd love to hear your feedback. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is a big help to me as a content creator, to provide you with many scary and terrifying videos. See you again in my next videos. Salamat po.